What's going on, you guys? Nick here with Nick Strength and Power. So the topic of this video is going to be Kai Greene. He always seems to be doing something controversial as of lately. So the topic of this video is whether or not I think he's going to be doing the 2016 Mr. Olympia competition. And right off the bat, I'm going to say yes, I do think he's going to do it. And the reason that I decided to make this video is because I'm sure everyone has seen the interview with Sean Ray.
Will we see Kai Greene in September in Las Vegas?
Well, right now, you know what? I'm really excited about the Arnold. I'm very, very, very excited about the wonderful work that, Arnold and Bob Lawler and the wonderful powers that are responsible for making this project what it is. And
I don't want my guys competing against each other except at the Olympia, which is fair. You know what I mean?
So we could see him at the Olympia.
Yes.
All right, George.
We could.
We're definitely very, 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 very supportive of what work is going on here at the Arnold Classic. Now, this is still not yet over. There's still a lot of promotion and a lot of room.
Right after the Arnold Classic Brazil, where Sean Ray asks Kai point blank, are you going to do the 2016 Mr. Olympia, or is there any chance of us seeing you there, or something along those lines? And George Farah answers for Kai and says yes, he's going to do it. And Kai Greene's like, whoa, 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 no, 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 no. And then he goes on and rambles into some, one of his rants and doesn't really answer the question. He kind of distracts from what George said and kind of says, no, that's not 100% sure. We're trying to focus on, the Arnold Classic, et cetera, et cetera. So he doesn't really give a straight answer. So the way that he interrupted that answer kind of leads a lot of people to think he's not doing it because George said yes. And then Kai drastically cut in and said, whoa, 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 let's not say that. So a lot of people thought he wasn't doing it, but the reason I think he cut in was he probably has some sort of deal with the Generation Iron media company. For those of you who are unaware, Generation Iron, the movie that came out, I believe in 2012, which was supposed to be kind of a follow-up movie to Pumping Iron, they're trying to become like an online bodybuilding, news destination now. They're trying to become like an entity of their own instead of just a movie. So they've got a deal with Kai Greene where he's one of their athletes that they follow around. I believe what they're doing is they're filming a follow-up movie to Generation Iron that just follows Kai Greene. Because in Generation Iron, they really focused on Kai as the underdog and just really put a lot of emphasis on Kai's struggle and Kai's story. And they made an announcement a couple weeks ago that they were filming another movie with Kai. I forget what they said it was going to be called. But what I'm thinking is when Kai does announce that he's going to do the Olympia, he's going to do it through Generation Iron, and they're going to release like a trailer for their new movie, which is going to be following his journey up to his comeback Olympia. I think that the fact that he missed last year's Olympia is going to create like a huge amount of drama going into this year's Olympia, and it's probably going to make a pretty good movie. So I think that's what they're doing. They're going to follow all his Arnold Classic victories, his prep for all those shows. Then they're going to follow his prep to the Olympia, and it's going to make a pretty good movie. And I think that's what they're going to do. I think that's why Kai cut off George when he answered the question. I think that's Kai's intention. I think he's 100% doing the Mr. Olympia. I think he's doing all these Arnold Classics to kind of build up his confidence, build up his stage experience, kind of build himself back up from being at the bottom, missing last year's Olympia and whatnot. So I think the answer is yes. Kai Greene is for sure going to do the 2016 Mr. Olympia. Mark my words. Remember this video. He's going to do the Mr. Olympia. So thanks for watching, guys. Let me know what you think. If you think he's going to do it, if you think he's not going to do it. Nick Strength and Power signing out.